Hello everybody, and welcome back once again to Gaza Goji YT. And it sure has been a minute since we've last met, but it pleases me to announce that today I am officially back. And to kick things off, I will be showcasing a hybrid that I've kept in the shadows for way too long. And I may not be the first to do this, and I most certainly won't be the last. But today, I will be taking my shot at creating a 2.0 version of the Indominus Rex. So without further ado, let's begin. The first genetic contributor in my hybrid's genome is Tarbosaurus batar. This will be my hybrid's base genome, as it's a smaller, more nimble cousin of the Tyrannosaurus rex that not only boasted better mobility, but it also specialized in a more diverse range of prey items, hadrosaurs, ankylosaurs, and even large sauropods, which is courtesy of its powerful but narrow jaws adapted for slicing and shredding while maintaining immense biting force, with a specialized jaw locking mechanism that ensured a secure grip on whatever it was biting down on. The second genetic contributor in my hybrid's genome is Taurovenator violante. This underrated carcharodontosaurid will provide raised neural spines for extra muscle attachment points that provide a stronger core frame, as well as strengthening the neck muscles for better shock absorption, head support, and better fuel its monstrous bite force. However, this would cause the neck to stiffen, decreasing its flexibility. However, Taurovenator, like Ceratopsians, had a ball socket joint at the level of the neck which allowed the head to maintain a solid range of motion and thus fixing this problem entirely. And lastly, we will apply its rapid growth rate in combination with the Tarbo's large size and ability to grow across an extended period of time to enable my hybrid to grow a little bit larger. The third genetic contributor in my hybrid's genome is Maipmacrothorax, the most mega of all megaraptors. This bad boy provides a highly pneumatic skeleton with air sacs and a decent cooling system for a substantial increase in stamina, in addition to providing the base arm structure plus major augmentations to the claws as you'll see later on. Also, it gives my hybrid 3 digits on its forelimbs. The fourth genetic contributor to my hybrid's genome is Edmontosaurus annectens. The most well-known hadrosaur provides its leg and tail anatomy for not only boosting the hybrid's speed and stamina, but also allowing it to transition between bipedal and quadrupedal stances for deploying different hunting strategies. The fifth genetic contributor to my hybrid's genome is Dinocrocuta gigantea. The largest hyena of all time provides a large array of contributions, such as a further strengthened skeletal frame, muscle fibers, and a larger heart muscle that increase stamina and endurance while retaining strength, its powerful stomach acids which contribute to a bolstered immune system, and most importantly, bolstered senses of sight, hearing, and smell, in addition to a larger attachment area for the adductor mandibular externus muscle, as well as increasing the amount of enamel in its teeth, further increasing bite strength and resistance to wear and tear in the case of the teeth. The sixth genetic contributor to my hybrid's genome is the giant anteater. This funny looking mammal is not to be messed with, as its arm augmentations and 3 large sickle-like claws, all of which will be incorporated onto my hybrid alongside its knuckle walking behavior, make it a deadly threat if provoked. The seventh genetic contributor in my hybrid's genome is the leatherback sea turtle. This car-sized marine reptile provides a bolstered immune system, its ability to detect magnetic fields, coupled with lactic acid buffering agents in the muscle fibers to prevent fatigue, and lastly, it provides the thick, smooth yet rubbery epidermal layer of skin for maintaining the hybrid's dermal armor in good condition. The eighth genetic contributor in my hybrid's genome is the Congo Bashir. This living fossil provides its flexible, diamond-shaped ganoid scales, which will be situated at the dermal skin layer underneath of the sea turtle skin, especially that these scales are dermal bony structures that, while not directly connected, are tightly packed and serve a defensive function just like the osteoderms embedded in the leatherback's dermis, with the Bashir scales basically combining the best traits of Arapaima scales and alligator gar scales into one, in addition to extra blood vessels for better transfer of oxygen to the organs, as well as a valve to close off the windpipe to prevent unwanted substances from making their way through. The ninth genetic contributor in my hybrid's genome is the tiger shark, the MVP of the genome. This iconic predator provides its liver for better toxin/disease resistance, as well as microserrations on the teeth for extra sharpness and efficiency when slicing flesh and sawing through armor. And lastly, the most important aspect our hybrid will benefit from, considering it still seeks to fulfill the same purpose as Goji Center's Indom 2.0, is its broad dietary range, which will motivate my hybrid to hunt down everything it sees, which already works well in tandem with the wide selection of prey that the Tarbosaurus had in his menu, making it where my hybrid can hunt down all creatures big and small without any major detriment to metabolic rates or intraspecific aggression. The 10th genetic contributor to my hype's genome is the Komodo dragon. The largest living lizard on the planet provides an augmented immune system, bolstered intelligence, heightened aggression, UV vision, Jacobson's organ for chemoreception, and most importantly, major augmentations to the armaments, including extra neck musculature plus iron coating to the teeth, anticoagulant saliva, stronger claw composition with beta carotene, and lastly, its meiosis parthenogenesis, allowing females to reproduce on their own in the case that there are no males to mate with. The 11th genetic contributor to my hype's genome is the Cuban crocodile. The closest animal modern day has gotten to a land croc provides a bolstered immune system, facial armor with squamosal bones for intimidation, heightened intelligence and social structure, even stronger stomach acids for an energy-efficient metabolism, even better senses of night vision, hearing, smell, and sensory pits on the snout for detecting the slightest change in water pressure as well as motion, which when combined with its aquatic adaptations, partial webbing on the feet, more muscular tail, skin flashes on the eyes, outer ears, and nostrils, allow my hybrid to camp rivers, lakes, and other water bodies. The last genetic contributor to my hype's genome is Smith's dwarf chameleon. This is one of the very few chameleon species that can meaningfully use its color-changing ability for camouflage, hiding from predators, or ambushing unsuspecting prey. Note that the pigment cells responsible for color change are only located in the epidermis, i.e. the sea turtle skin, so the scales won't be affected. Now that the list of the genetic contributors is complete, let's introduce the finalized hybrid package. Purgatoraptor albinorum, name meaning the albino purger raptor, codenamed Vanessa. Height 3.5 meters or 11.48 feet in her quadrupedal stance, 4 meters or 13.12 feet in her bipedal stance. Length 12 meters or 39.36 feet, and weight 9 tons. Now, a quick little note, the design you see in front of you is a little bit outdated, as her skin is supposed to look completely white with no scales on them, as those fish scales are supposed to be in the dermis, aka the inner layer of skin. So, yeah, sorry about that. Now on to something really special which I've been cooking up for a very long time. So you see, you may have noticed how ever since the original Great Hybrid War by Goji Center came to be in the past year, many talented geneticists took it on their own behalf to organize their own hybrid contests which ended up gaining a lot of popularity in our community. And today, I will be joining that trend by starting my first ever hybrid contest, the Great Hybrid War 1.1, which is essentially the same as Goji Center's Great Hybrid War, but with a few interesting tweaks. At this moment, a community post has dropped which explains everything you need to know about this contest. So after watching this video, go check that community post ASAP. And with that, we conclude this video. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope you really enjoyed this video, and be sure to tune in next time for more hybrid content. So until then, goodbye.